Hello everyone. This is going to be a quick overview, first impressions of Lost City in March of 2025. I hope to do a more involved video later on. It's just reset is just before I eat dinner. So I did record things that I did in the intervening time, and I hope to split that into informative videos on specific items later. But that might take a while, and I can't promise I'll get it done at all. So in an effort to inform people now, I'm doing this. So I'm going to start by switching to a castle that has not participated in Lost City yet. This castle's never been to Lost City, so we have this little intro thing here. And it wants me to follow along. You can travel between your kingdom and the Lost City at any time. Now, it got cut off. It was about to say each entry requires a directory locate. That is no longer true. That was a huge issue for everybody last time, and so they did get rid of that. No directory locates are used going to and from the Lost City. Traveling around the map in the Lost City, just like traveling around your kingdom map or anything else, does. So, I'm not actually going to move her there. This is one of my smaller castles, the C21, who only is qualified for Lost City because she happened to be the leader of a top 5 alliance during the matchmaking period. She's not actually strong enough to do anything. So she's going to stay put, and instead I'm going to switch to one of my other castles to continue explaining things. Because the first thing I want to show you is there's now a new building spot over here between the Institute and the Watchtower. And that is where the expedition headquarters will go. I haven't verified this. It should be free for everybody to build because it takes like 30 seconds. So just build that. And then when you click on it, it's a little difficult to read, but it says airship. You can access your airship and stuff there. And then there's Lost City Tech, which is things that will help with Lost City, like Magicite regeneration increase, revival crystal increases to natural output, to the cap, and how much you get when you claim rewards. So that's something you might want to focus on getting up quickly. To do these, you need books, Lost Project books, which you can get by attacking the uncontrolled magic nodes and the faction rank rewards. Alright, so that's a change in your area here. Now we've got a Lost City quest thing here. And this is all without even entering Lost City. I haven't entered Lost City with this castle yet. This has the Chronicles, which, as you can see, has been greatly compressed from the last year's event, as expected, since they cut the time in half. They also, I don't remember if it was here or somewhere else, but they may have gotten rid of the limits on how many cities you can have, your faction can occupy at one time. We've got the weekly quests. I haven't confirmed yet, but in the past there were, for some of them, like the rewards thing, if you reach that, then there'd be a new quest after that for more. We also have challenge quests, personal challenges, including destroying magic node, occupying the outer city or destroying the inner city. I think these, you have to be the first one to get them. Like, it's not enough to attack the outer city. It's not enough to occupy the wall after it's been taken. You have to be the one who does the attack that defeats the final NPCs. And same thing, and, demolition rank for the inner city, that you just have to have done the most damage, I'm assuming, which is not something any of my castles are going to manage, so I can't give you a lot of information on that. Kill points, training, dead soldiers, only in PvP. They only count if your units get killed by another player. Getting them killed, attacking cities, or whatever doesn't count. And then gathering resources. I may need to correct this later. I'll put a comment or something in the description. It might be that these are the quests that you get that one, a new one shows up. It might be both. We'll just have to wait and see. And then factional challenges. Hey, give me them. We've already occupied a level 1 city, so we get rewards for that. So, and then we've got other occupy greater cities, level cities, and all that. And then the quest rewards. This is where you can get the mithril ore to upgrade airships. The silver coins, which can be used in the Lost City shop. Mithril dragon bone for building airships. And also lost project books for that tech I've already shown you. So, incentive to complete these, and of course, if you spend money, you can get even more rewards. $20, which seems like a lot for a 2-week event. I don't know. Anyway, so now if you come to this Lost City, you've got the same. You can get to this same tab, the quests. You can get to the Lost City tech. Your airships, which now that I've accepted some rewards with some mithril ore, now you can see that I can upgrade them. Your airship factory. There is no bonus for building 10 at a time. In some things you can spend 9 and get 10. Not here. So, no, aside from the fact that it's a little faster, no reason, I guess, not to do 1 at a time. Unless maybe you get better odds with 10, I'm not sure. That's getting into the more esoteric gameplay that I can't help you with. And then the shrine, which is where the fallen units go. Click on the information button in the upper right corner. Weekly auto revival. The shrine will instantly revive 20% of the soldiers for free. Now here it shows Thursday, 4 p.m. for me. If you're in the United States, this is not correct. When the information was first added to our events, we were in wintertime. Since then, our clocks have been pushed forward, so it's actually 5 p.m. on Thursday for me. If you're on the East Coast, it'll be 8 p.m. Thursday. And the event's only 2 weeks long, so this will only happen twice. As for when the event ends, after the last Chronicle of the Lost City ends, the shrine will stop producing revival crystals and close after 24 hours. So when the last Chronicle ends, you're not going to get any more revival crystals, and you need to get them out, use the ones you've got as soon as possible, because when the shrine closes, only 20% will die, but depending on how many troops you have in there, that could be quite a chunk. 20% of 1,000 is 200. 20% of 1,000,000 is 200,000. That's a lot of training. Now let's actually go to the map, because there's lots of fun to be had there. So this is one of my castles that hasn't gone to Lost City yet. I just wanted to show that, yes, just like Battle of Sarnesia and Clash, your spot is saved. When you leave, a little icon will thing. You won't have to worry about ending up elsewhere on the map. I'm going to send out gather troops for this castle, so I can go ahead and get to work on my quests. My daily quests, you know, the normal stuff. Now you'll notice, unlike last time, as the patch notes promised, we do not need an airship to go gathering, which is nice. So let me just get these out real fast. Yes, that is something I haven't verified yet, but the quest for gathering resources, that is probably straight numbers. You know, in the pre-expedition and an Ace Lord, it's weighted so that a level 6 resource spot of any kind gives you the same number of points. This is actual numbers. So if you want to get there quickly, then for this you're going to want to focus on the farms and the wood. Another thing to note, and a change from last time, is we're now severely limited in where we can go. For example, this level 2 city, we cannot attack it. You can only march towards your main base. Come back here. Faction territory and adjacent areas. What that means is you can only do things in that thing. So since this is our home base, we can go here or here. Looking at the map, as you can see, you know, got all these things, the other factions. We've got the faction points up here where you can see where everybody stands at this moment. And then if you click on the faction, you can see their information. You can look at their members, how many cities they've got, how many members they have, and their total might. And I think we've got 281 billion. They've got 339. That's not... Yeah, might-wise, it looks like Horse is the one that's the mightiest out of those here. Anyway, another thing the map's good for, just like the world map normally, you can click on that button and you can see the resource bands. So we have access to level 1 through level 7 resources here, and we've got level 8s there. So actually there might be, let's see, yeah, doesn't look like they're being nice. This territory, the left side of this line is an area we can be in, and I'm not seeing any level 8. Though it's also possible they might not be available yet. Let me check something. See, that was another thing they had last time. In addition to the objective, you know, the objective for today is to occupy a level 2 city. Objective for tomorrow is to do 500 hell fortresses. God, that's easy. But in addition to that, they also had information about there were only so many cities a faction could occupy through depending on which chronicle you'd reached. And also, I seem to recall there was something about level similar to when a new kingdom opens, higher level resource spots weren't available in the beginning. Maybe I should have reviewed those videos. Anyway, that's gathering. Now I'm going to switch to another castle that's already been doing things in Lost City so I can show you how some of the combat stuff is going. Okie dokie. This is Pax Terra, my largest castle. So, bear in mind that the damage and such that she's succeeded in doing is because she's got T11s and all that fun stuff. So, let's start. One of the first things you might want to do, if you haven't already, is these nodes, and uncontrolled magic nodes. You have to start with level 1. I'm hoping to do a longer video where I show the attacks I've done on these. I can show you some of the reports. They show up under the hunt reports. Now, a fun fact about these, and it was only the airship and hero stats take effect. What this means, and it was something I didn't notice for the longest while, is I'd already set up my formations, edited my formations to have airships. I also then, I've done some upgrades on them and I haven't adjusted my troops. But when you attack, that airship number is how many troops you've got. So instead of having the, let's see, if I attack a city with this, here I can use this for an example. If I wanted to raid this one, I've got 350,000 troops. But going for the magic node, I only have 56,000. This can be a bit surprising when, what you think is a high-level castle wipes out on it what you think is a relatively weak node. But anyway, now I've got, it does show that's the might to that they recommend you have, and that's what I have, so I should be fine. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now, one of the biggest reasons why you want to be attacking the magic nodes as soon as possible is because they drop the Lost Project books. Which, actually I could have gone the other way, that's right. As you can see, I've already got my revival crystals up. Sorry. I've already got them up. I like to use cavalry. So now you can see there's a upgrade. You can upgrade it one level at a time, or if you have the Lost City Project books, you can do it all at once. There is no difference in cost. Sometimes in some games, if you do the max thing, there's like a slight discount. Not here. That 30,000 that it shows, if you do each level individually, that's what you're going to end up spending. So, no reason not to go ahead and do what you can when you can. Alrighty. So that's those. And, as I said, I've got hunt reports showing how I've been doing against them. Okay, and then I've also attacked some cities. Let's come back here. Okay. Moonfeather. I was the very first one to attack. So this was against a city that had attacked it yet. I did do 85%, so this is a big improvement, a big difference from last year. Last year you had to do a rally, and a rally of my best castles barely made a dent. Instead, I did 85%. You can see I did a good chunk of casualties. And then, because I was the only one attacking at the time, my next attack won. And then because that won, it also rolled over to the next garrison, because there's 30 garrisons, where I did 44%. And then my next attack took out the final 56% and rolled over onto the third one, doing 40%. And then somebody else's attack hit. And so I finished off garrison. They got us up to garrison 6. I finished that off and started garrison 7. And then that was when I realized last time there were one of the quests involved outer city damage. Not this time. And also it was running low on magicite, so I went ahead and stopped until the inner city became available. And there, not a lot of wounded. I did manage to do I did manage to do quite a bit of damage to there, which was nice. As I said last time, things didn't go as nicely for me. How many times did I attack it? All right. I attacked it more often than I thought. I didn't attack the level 2 outer garrison. I hope to do another video later showing the garrison sizes. Instead, because I was eating dinner when I was done and I came back to the game, they had defeated the outer garrison. We were working on the inner city, and so I did pretty good. I was sending all my troops because I wanted to get it done quickly, because I wanted the... Oh, yes. Since I finished the level 22 node, I got another quest, and then we have the factional challenge of that. So we've got more quest rewards. And can I do an airship? Can I build an airship yet? I mean, technically I could, but I'm going to wait because I already have, epics and stuff from last time. All right. So that's attacking the cities. I can't show you any PvP stuff because, again, we can only do things right now. We can do stuff. We could do gathering in here, in Blazing Quarry, in Bison Valley, in Dragon's Embrace. Whoops, I did not intend to do that. Frost Wharf. But we can't do anything in Blackwater Pass. And then this faction, I think that's Elephant, they can attack things in Blackwater Pass, but they can't do anything in Blazing Quarry. So as of right now, we can even gather in Blazing Quarry without concern. Now, if they take Blackwater Pass, which they're working on, then this would no longer be safe. Note your safe territory. This first area will always be safe, no matter what happens. If all the other territories around here get taken by other factions, you'll still be safe here. You do not need a shield here. You can gather here without worry. Okay. So that's, I've covered gathering. I've covered the building. I can't think of anything else that I want to cover in this quick overview. Yeah, as you can see, I've already got quite a number of troops in here. See, I can't read the number thanks to... Okay, yeah. 256,000 troops in here already. Luckily, I've got plenty. But I'm gonna want to get those magicite things. Or not magicite, the revival crystals. Improve that as much as I can. Something else I wanted to point out about the shrine and the revival crystals. I've gone back to the castle that I started this video with, which has not attacked anything, and so doesn't have any wounded units, but you can see that she does have 1900 revival crystals. Once you enter Lost City, the revival crystals will start accumulating. May stop if you leave. Don't know that for sure yet, whether or not it will. But as long as you're in there, you're definitely getting it, even if you don't have any wounded troops yet. So you can get a jump on having revival crystals for your troops. So that's all I can think of to cover in this, and it's already a lot longer video than I'd hoped for. So have fun and good luck.